for the first time. My name is Sheetal Chaudhary Kapoor. I am an Art of Living teacher and a software professional. Welcome to the second episode of Brewing Minds. So Brewing Minds is a platform for youngsters where they can come and share their thoughts without having this fear of being judged. So today I have Captain Shishir with me. Welcome, Captain Shishir. Shishir is an Art of Living teacher and entrepreneur and a senior pilot with the leading airlines. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sheetalji. Thank you.
So today we have a gang of youngsters with us who are going to have a heart-to-heart conversations. So I welcome Atulya, Rimika, Tathagat, and Riya. Smiling faces. This is how a youngster should look like, always smiling, full of energy and that youthfulness. Proud to see you here. So let's start. My first question is to Rimika. So Rimika, now offline classes have started and it's like a new thing altogether. I mean, for such a long time, we were stuck at homes and now switching from online to offline is a big change. How does it feel?
I would actually like to share this very recent experience of mine. So, because of the lockdown, there is this thing that got instilled in me of social anxiety. So, on my first day of college, what happened? I went to the class and I felt like I had no interactive power in me. It was like I did not want to talk to anyone, I did not want to interact, did not want to make friends. I think it was the fear that got instilled in me because मैंने पूरे lockdown में I did not have a face-to-face conversation with not a lot of people. So this really hit me because generally I consider myself a very extroverted person. I love meeting new people. But on that day, I realized something is wrong. So I got so scared that I am losing myself or something is happening that I just left the college after the lunch break. And it was a very shocking experience that I had for the first time in my life. But today was my second day, and what happened is I just sat there in the class and I was just chilling on my own. But this girl came and sat down next to me. So I did not have any intention of, making a friend out of her, but I really did like her outfit. So what I did is I just gathered up the courage and I just told her that you look really nice today. I love your top. And I think that little compliment that I gave her, it ignited something in me that by the end of the day, I had a new friend with me. So I realized something that just this little courage, little boost of courage that I needed to, remember that I'm still that person that I was before 2 years. I'm still that person who is capable of making new friends, who is capable of, being loved and liked by new people. So I think this is something that I experienced very new in my life after this lockdown scenario because I was always the person who was, the most talkative one. So this is something that I have recently experienced in my life of social anxiety, but I am pretty proud of myself that I gathered up the courage to overcome it a little.
I mean, nobody has ever in their, wildest deep would have thought that this pandemic is going to show us this also, like things like social anxiety. I mean, we take it as a pandemic, a disease, and there are so many other implications also, effects of this whole thing. So even I was missing you, Rimika. We have not spoken for quite a long time. So good to see that Rimika is back. Nice. I mean, it's not happening with you guys, it's happening with everyone. I mean, it seems like I'm so used to sitting at home taking online classes that offline seems, oh, okay, this was also there. Yes.
It's a totally new world.
Yeah, totally new. It seems
Totally new.
I've never been to offline things ever. But good, you're back. Many people can connect to this. So thank you so much, Rimika. Over to you, Captain Shishir.
So that was a wonderful conversation. I just remembered a saying nowadays people are saying virtual is the new real. So this is good, getting back to the actual reality. Okay, so let me present my question to Tathagat. Tathagat, you're pursuing your hobby as a career, right?
Yeah, I am.
How difficult was it to, convince your parents for this unconventional choice of career? How was your journey about it?
This particular situation was probably the most difficult one I faced. I have been a very average student in school, like academics, not below average, but average, and I have been really mostly just passing the time at home, playing games or anything. So that was a lot of time waste for years. That's all I have done, and I didn't really have many friends because I've had anxiety for a long time. So more or less found music as an escape in the beginning, but in the end, it turned out more towards the passion side of priorities. So I started to pursue that, and after a while, I decided to tell my parents about it because obviously I have to tell them about it. It's a career choice, so it's a big deal. And I did tell them, and most of it just was that I should have just, pursued a more conventional or a more in-stream career choice like a doctor or an engineer, or just like a lawyer. If I just am just an average student, I can at least do a little bit of extra hard work and go for law. But I was pretty passionate about music and I never backed down about it. And most of it was just, my parents and me going back to back at each other that I just want to go for music. And then they were like, no, music is not exactly a good choice, especially because, you have a mindset that this is India and you cannot really pursue offbeat careers successfully with like a better chance than a very lucky thing to have. So that dragged on for a long time. And I think that went on for years and years, and our relationship kind of turned toward the sour side for a while. But eventually we settled at the single point, the middle point, that okay, I'll go for a graduation, a degree as a backup plan, just in case things don't work out. And I will do music too. I will pursue music completely, like a full-time thing. And if it turns out good, then it's a good thing. I succeeded. I got my choice. But if it doesn't, then I can always go for a more conventional job that I got after I get the degree. So that was a middle ground, and that kind of turned things to a more neutral side, I guess. And yeah, it's been pretty calm since then, I guess. So it was a win-win situation.
Wonderful. You know what, Athagat, listening to you, I had such a nostalgia because that's the same thing that happened to me 15 years back when I was choosing being a pilot as a career. My parents wanted me to become an engineer. I had to actually go to college for 1 week and prove to them that, okay, I can go to college, but I want to be a pilot. So best of luck for you. Very nice.
Thank you.
Sheetal ji.
Have you noticed, Shishir, what did he say? As a backup plan, I opted for graduation also. I mean, they're so smart today.
Absolutely. I
So good. I mean, I know him since he was a small child. I mean, and this version of a matured Tathagat, I'm feeling so proud of him that there's nothing wrong in pursuing your hobby as your career, but at the same time, a backup plan is something that I must say an intelligent move. Good. Very good, Tathagat. So my next question is to Ria, a sweet little girl. So Ria, you are staying in a new city now, away from your parents, and I know it's really difficult, coming out of your comfort zone where your mommy is giving you everything in your hands. home cooked food, a lot of things. I mean, I have been in hostel for quite a long time. I know how things are. So how do you feel? I mean, do you think that you are enjoying your freedom, or you miss your parents, your friends? And that is also one aspect when you're away from your family. Freedom. We say that, youth today, they look for freedom. We don't need anybody. We want our own space. That is one thing which people feel about today's youth. So how is your journey going on?
Yeah, so hello. So as you mentioned, I recently shifted to a new city, Bangalore, away from my home for my post-graduation studies. And it has been a roller coaster ride. Yes, for my freedom, I miss my family. So initially there were days where I was miss my family and my friends immensely. And getting used to this new city and the culture that it brought was a big shift for me. And it made me realize the value of things that I took so for granted at back home, like such as clean clothes, because we have to wash our own clothes here every day, and even like home cooked meals, gajar ka halwa, rajma chawal, and such delicious meals that I could gorge anytime. But luckily, there were bad days where I would immensely miss my family. There would be like it would be emotionally hard for me. But there was also good days where I could luckily connect with people I found, and I got a really good friends here. And I could relate when Ramika said that it was so hard to make friends post lockdown, but I'm so glad that it could happen for me. And so there was also this one incident where I met a friend and we realized that his sister used to be my teacher. And then we were like, oh wow, such a small world. So my learning from this was that giving myself that time and space to accept and be in that situation, but also grow out of my comfort zone and challenge myself. And because I also find a way to connect with people, because it is a really small world. And now I'm glad that I don't have just one home, and I just rejoice at the fact that I could connect with more people and enjoy little things every day.
Oh, yeah, there are a bunch of people in our lives. Like nobody can take their place. Our parents, our childhood friends. So that is there. I mean, it's always there. There
Yeah.
are certain people, nobody can replace them. So you miss them?
Oh, immensely. I call them every day, Jaldi aao Bangalore, please. It's so fun. I'll take you everywhere.
Good. So how do you manage your food and everything? You cook? You have learned cooking or not?
So in my hostel, so my best friend and I live very close by. So we have a hostel facility where we get our breakfast and dinner every day, and lunch we have in college. So it's really good. I'm getting used to the food. I like the diversity in food that I have, not just like North Indian meals that I used to eat every day.
Your mommy must be watching it and feeling very proud of you, Ria.
Yeah, I sent my mom photos ki, oh, dekho, look, I'm eating beetroot ki sabzi here.
Parents will, oh, she knew this. Why didn't she cook here? I mean, when she was here, why was she not helping me out? Nice. A lot of things. It's a big learning when you stay away from your family. I personally believe, parents should send their children when they grow up. I mean, when they are quite grown up to handle their things, manage their things all alone, they should be sent a little away for a little small period of time. Understand everything is not that rosy.
Yeah, it gets tough, but it's also very empowering.
Yeah, because we learn mathematics, science, social, and English in the all subject, but no one teaches us how to deal with the stress, how to deal with our problems, how to handle the things with when people are not around, when you have to manage the things all alone. This is taught nowhere. You have to. If you want to learn swimming, you have to jump into the water. Same way, if you want to learn these skills, you have to jump into it. So good. Nice to see an independent Ria now. So over to you, Shishir.
So true, Sheetalji. If you live alone, you end up learning a lot of things and making a lot of new friends.
True.
I just remember my time when I was in US flying. I never cooked, and finally I went to US. I was cooking for 10 people over there. So I can relate to the Ria, what she's saying. Wonderful. So let me put a question up for Atulya. So Atulya, uh, you know, a lot of time we just want to be a part of our own crowd, our own group. So have you experienced something like that in your life? What do you want to say about peer pressure?
Yeah, something related to this happened to me a few years ago. So I was a part of this big group of boys in my school, and we all were like extremely notorious. And we used to play and mostly bunk the classes as well. And but after like 1.5 year, I came to find out like I experienced this, that their point of views with things is not the same as mine. Like our frequencies didn't match, but it was such a big group. So for me at that time, in order to make them accept me, I portrayed myself as somebody else. Like I did whatever they wanted to do, even if I didn't like that. So it all became like too much hectic and toxic for me. And it was after like 1 full year of this portraying a different personality that I decided to like put a full stop to this and just be whoever I was. And I knew that they won't accept me that way because our frequencies were like completely different, and they didn't accept me, by the way. But eventually it was just fine. I was fine being me, even if they didn't accept me. And it was better this time. I was just getting enough space to express my own self. So yeah, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Wonderful. Now, if you look at it, look back upon it, what would you say? Was it the uh, right thing to just choose to be yourselves?
Yeah, true, 110%. I think like I cannot even tell how much better it is to not be accepted by somebody else for being you, rather than being accepted by everyone for not being you.
Wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. So true. We end up pretending to be so many people, just trying to convince everybody around us that, okay, I'm good enough for you. But if you realize that I'm good enough for myself, that I think is good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So nice. So nice, Atulya. What do you say, Sheetalji?
Yeah, I mean, when you try to become someone else, takes away all your energy. The personality shrinks, and by pretending someone, you don't become like them. I always say if you wear Dhoni's t-shirt, you will not start playing cricket like him. So, in this, you can say trend, like, okay, what others are doing, I should also do that so that I should be socially accepted. We lose that charm. It has its own pride, being your own self, being natural. Gurudev says naturalness is the best, being your own self. At the end of the day, you can sleep with a smile and get up with a smiling face.
Look at Atulya. He's
Look at him. He has completely changed. And normally when parents come to know that the children are getting in a bad company, and they keep pointing out. How was your parents' reaction? I mean, how did they react to
I
it?
mean, yeah, teachers used to say from time to time that he is not in a good company.
I
And
remember whenever I go to my kids' PFM, I see so many parents sitting there and talking to teachers, and they complaining about their children for all half an hour, and I just wait in the queue, when will it get over? So
those were like my parents. So exactly.
bang on.
So our parents used to say teachers also used to say me that you are better than this group, leave them. But I didn't listen to them. And just like you said it takes a toll on you mentally as well as physically, like portraying something else. So it severed my relationships with everyone, like including my parents. So at one moment I used to be like happy, happy. The next moment I used to be like dropping bombs in the house. So
What change in your do you find in your personality when you started following your, what you want to be? When you started following your own heart, what change did you find? Do you find in your personality now?
When I started,
You don't have those friends, that void. Do you find a void, or do you feel that?
no, it's not like that. That I find a void. When I found out like what I wanted to be, like who I am. So after that point, I just wanted to be more of me, to be honest. Like improve what is me and wanted to be more of me rather than, you know, being accepted. And like mirror image of that completely when I was portraying somebody else, I just wanted to be out of that situation as ASAP.
You seem to be enlightened, Shishir, who I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Noticed who I am. This question takes you a long way.
And
Started too early, Atulya. Your journey has
Yeah, I'll try to keep pondering upon that.
nice. Keep it up. And you're making us feel proud and continue doing that. So it's a serious. The conversation is getting serious, isn't it? Everyone is like, oh, yes. So let's move to the fun part, the rapid fire round. It's a surprise. And you have to be very rapid. It's a rapid fire, so you have to be very, very quick. And the one who is the quickest will be the winner. The answer has to be very funny, witty, full of humor, both the things. Ready, everyone? So today I did a mistake. It's a surprise for you, but I think I disclosed it by mistake in the group. So we are shuffling it. It's a twist. So we are shuffling the questions because by mistake I posted these questions and I disclosed it in the group. So question paper has changed now. It happens now when it leaks. It has become a board exam for you. So who will go first? Tathagat. So Shishir, we are shuffling. Okay. So, okay, my first question to you is, what is the one thing that annoys you the most?
Mosquitoes, probably.
Huh? Okay.
Mosquitoes.
But this is a genuine, concern. If you could get yourself anything, what would you get?
A flying car which does not need petrol.
That's really funny.
I mean, that is the more expensive part of owning a car.
Okay. If you were famous, what would you be famous for?
Music.
Oh, obviously. Okay. Quality of life or quantity of life?
Quality. Easily.
That's like my child. Coffee. You have to be very quick. Coffee.
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 Cold. Right.
Okay.
It took me a while to understand that.
Good. Very nice.
Right.
Over to you, Shishir. I have shuffled now.
okay, I'll also shuffle.
Okay.
So, Rimika, okay. If you had one superpower, what it would be?
I think flying, definitely. I would like to see the world from above.
Okay, you can just fly in an airplane.
Yeah, but that costs money, This is free.
Okay. Personality.
Hyped up.
Okay.
Hyper personality.
Hype up.
Yeah.
Sister.
Very annoying. And a clothes stealer, definitely.
Oh,
Steals my outfits. Yes.
I hope your sister is not watching this, huh?
I hope
Okay. What compliment does people give you the most?
that I am very easy to talk to. I am not a judgmental person. I think this is the best compliment because it makes me feel like that I am providing that comfort to someone that they are opening up to me. So it
Okay,
feels
perfect. Okay, if you could swim in any liquid, what it would be and why?
Hmm. Um, I think I'll stick to water because all the other liquid, it's not very good to swim in. I'll stick to water.
No favorite drinks in which you just want to swim and side by side drink it?
Hmm. Definitely coffee. It will keep me awake all the time. So I'll be, hyper. Yeah.
Hyper, swimming fast, huh?
Yes.
Rapidly. Wonderful, wonderful. That was rapid. Good, good.
And smart also.
And smart also,
Girl
witty.
has become smarter.
Yeah. Yes, Sheetalji, you go next.
So the next is Ria. Ready, Ria?
Yes.
If you want to win this round, you have to be very quick. Okay. And we have a special surprise for you. Okay. First, fun,
Loving.
ambition.
Health research.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool you are?
100.
Lesser than me. Friends.
Sorry?
Friends.
Biggest support system.
Would you please repeat?
Biggest support system.
Biggest support system. Okay. Vacation.
Beach vacations always.
Oh, nice. Good. Quite rapid. Over to you, sir.
So who's left? Atulya. Okay. So, all right. What is that one thing that annoys you the most? Okay, we have done this already. Yes.
Yeah, we are repeating it. If you could be any.
Okay. Yes. So this one is for you. If you could be any animal, then what it would be? And why?
Wolf.
Bull.
Yeah. Wolf. Wolf.
Wolf. Okay.
Yeah.
And why?
Why? Probably because wolves are like the predecessors of like dogs, if I'm right. And I just love dogs, so that is why. Plus, wolves have that, extra X factor of danger. So they can be sweet as well as they can be dangerous. So yeah.
Werewolf fan, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. If you won $1 million, what you would buy?
Probably I'll invest in crypto.
Oh, okay. Investment, huh? That was good. What are your favorite clothes?
Whatever I like. If I had to prefer, I'll say kurta always.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
He means to say he can carry anything. Swag. Style.
I mean, yes, of course.
This is called heights of confidence, Atulya.
Good to be confident. Yes. Okay. Then, brother.
Pain, headache.
Pain, headache.
Yeah.
One was sister, and this is brother. Okay, Remika and Atulya, you better watch out when you go out, of this room. Okay. What makes you smile?
I suppose living out my potential, I'll say. Yeah.
Living out my potential. Wonderful. That was pretty rapid also. Huh? Our kids are really on fire, huh? Sheetalji?
Yeah. And just look at their faces. The question paper was changed at the last moment. I suddenly saw that by mistake I have shared these questions with them, and I was like, oh, they must have prepared the answers, and suddenly it changed. Nice, good. It was really fun, double fun for me today. So, whom do you think, Shishir, is the winner for rapid fire?
What do you think?
I think
Sir, very tough decision to make.
Yeah, Rimika, I think.
Yeah, we can give it to Rimika.
Oh, yay, smile. You can take a screenshot to all. So good to have you here today and for such a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks to the audience for watching us. And if you want to be a part of Brewing Mind, just leave it in comment section. We'll get back to you. Thank you so much. Join us next week, same time, in another episode of Brewing Minds with new people. Till then, good night. Jai Gurudev.
One, Jai Gurudev.